Director Comey sent a letter to FBI employees writing, quote, "We don't ordinarily tell Congress about ongoing investigations, but here I feel an obligation to do so, given that I testified repeatedly in recent months that our investigation was completed. I also think it would be misleading to the American people were we not to supplement the record." Fox has confirmed the emails were discovered in the probe of disgraced New York Congressman Anthony Weiner, former New York Congressman Anthony Weiner's alleged sexting of an underage girl. Weiner is the estranged husband of Clinton's top aide, Huma Abedin. The New York Times is reporting it is tens of thousands of emails belonging to Abedin that were on Weiner's laptop. Fox has reported it is a significant number of emails and that this investigation will not be complete by Election Day. Abby, Tucker, Clayton.
That's just unbelievable. Mike Emanuel, thanks a lot for joining us this morning. So here you have, look, there's a lot we don't know, but here's what we do know. It is entirely possible, it looks, indeed, it might be likely, that government information wound up on Anthony Weiner's laptop. So that right there is just a showstopper.
Right.
If you want an illustration, graphic illustration of the irresponsibility of the way they handled information, this is Anthony Weiner's laptop? Are you joking?
From a separate investigation that they were looking into him, obviously texting underage girls. So the saga goes far beyond just this email investigation.
Yeah, multiple devices, too. I mean, they've seized these laptops, the cell phones, so 4 different devices with tens of thousands of potential emails in this unrelated case from the FBI looking into this. I think it's interesting, though, that she's calling for a releasing of all of this information. She's saying, look, get it out there. I want to see all of these, all of the investigation related to my email.
Because when you think transparency, you think of Hillary Clinton and her campaign for president. You know, sort of get it all out there.
Well, actually, that's what's weird about it is now she's doing press conferences. We haven't seen this before, which is a very clear sign that they are nervous about this. They know this. As long as this is a headline, as long as we are talking about the Justice Department, the FBI, and her emails, this is bad news for Hillary Clinton and her campaign, and she knows that.
So Trey Gowdy, of course, is a member of the House Judiciary Committee, and he's a Republican and a partisan, but he's also a pretty thoughtful guy. And he's a way of summing things up pretty crisply. Here's his summation of what we just saw yesterday. Watch.
This is the same person who said I neither sent nor received classified information. This is the same person who said I turned over all my work-related emails. I only had one device. My lawyers went through everything. That's the same person calling that now wants all of this public disclosure. The same person who went to great lengths to make sure that these emails were private now all of a sudden wants it all made public. It's just too rich. It's easy to ask people you know cannot disclose things to do so. I mean, that makes her look transparent. But if it's a day that ends in Y, you can rest assured she's talked to Huma Abedin and Cheryl Mills. She knows exactly what is on those computers.
Well, that's the question. Has she talked to Huma Abedin? Of course. And she was asked that directly yesterday, and she refused to answer.
Yeah, now they're suggesting that maybe that Uma's going to have to resign from, she's been her closest aide for years and years. This is just, as we are talking about 10 days before this election, the timing of it, you cannot make up. And in politics, you know, timing is everything, Clayton.
Well, James Comey, you know, a few months ago was being praised by Democrats. Like, look, all right, we're done here. This is all over with now. And then if you read John Podesta's statement yesterday, her campaign chair, John Podesta, whose emails, of course, are at the center of all this, he came out with a blistering statement saying it's extraordinary that we would see something like this just 11 days out from the presidential election, slamming James Comey for rattling the election.
Well, the irony here is you've been hearing for the last year from Democrats and, frankly, from a lot of Republicans in Washington, character matters. It comes down to character.